This video is for adult collectors. Hi everyone, this is a video review of the Transformers Legacy United, Unicron Trilogy, Cybertron Universe, Starscream. Now you may have noticed I uploaded a similar review to this one a few days ago. In that video, when I transformed Starscream from jet mode to robot mode, I forgot to flip out one of the heel spurs, so I wanted to redo that video and replace it with this one. Anyways, let's continue with this review, getting the figure out of the way. First, we're going to take a look at the box, as I usually do at the start of my reviews. Here you can see some nice artwork of Starscream in vehicle mode on the front, and artwork of him in robot mode on the side. Then you got some information on the bottom. And on the back, you see pictures of Starscream in both modes, as well as his accessories, a cyber key, and a gun. So here are his accessories, a cyber key and a gun. It's really nice. A cyber key is included in Legacy Evolution. Most of the Armada remakes didn't have their mini-cons. Really glad this time the cyber key is included for Starscream. So you can plug it into this fake port here. It doesn't do anything. It's just a nice touch and makes a nod to the gimmick of the original toy. The original toy, I believe the key could plug into the wings here and here, and the swords would pop out. Here they are. You gotta do it by hand. With this one, as you can see, these swords are the same translucent purple as the gun he comes with. That's because in the Supreme Class toy, the left wing, a gun pops out instead of a blade. So you can't quite get this gun to fit into this null right here. There's no hole in the back, but what you can do is you can sort of, let's see, whoops. Gun in here. His forearm, and then you just have him using it like so. Nevertheless, I'm glad this gun is included as a separate accessory, so we still do get blades coming out of both wings. Mouse. This up out of the way. You can also just hold it, as I had him displayed earlier. His right arm. Here. Right, now what I'm going to do is make more room in front of me to compare Legacy Cybertron Starscream to the Make Toys Galaxy Meteor. Here. So, see, comparing these two, one thing you'll notice is that the Legacy Cybertron Starscream doesn't have as many paint apps as the Make Toys Meteor. Now, I did check Google Images. All the paint apps you see, which the Legacy figure doesn't have, such as the paint on the legs, including this little yellow bit on the feet, they're all accurate to how Starscream looked in the cartoon. So, new Legacy figure, not as show accurate to how Starscream looked in the Cybertron cartoon. Nevertheless, this Legacy Starscream does have a lot of details of its own, such as you got like these panel lines here on the red stripes and on the forearms. It also has a fair amount of paint apps in general when I'm not comparing it to the Make Toys Meteor. Still manages to capture most of the essence of the Starscream character from Cybertron. I really dig this head sculpt here. You can see, probably can't see the eyes so well, but I really like the panel lines around the head. The Make Toys one, you really don't see, it's not any panel lines. It's silver where the panel lines should be. Another noticeable difference is you'll notice the swords, they extend, look way bigger, and also they extend past his hand much more than the Legacy one does. Let's see. Yeah, and the reason for that is, see, this end of the wing here doesn't go past his hand here. It's where you can see on this one, this null ray is actually goes as low as where his hand is. This null ray goes as low as where his hand is. So, and that's the reason for that is because of this next gimmick I'm going to show you. Actually take these wing parts and plug them into the forearms. They're actually more secure in the forearms than on the shoulders, because I think it's a deeper hole in the forearms. Then you get more range of motion with the blades, so you can do cool poses. Like you can have them do this pose, as he did in the cartoon when he plugged a Cyberplanet key into his wings. Another difference is on the Galaxy Meteor, you can actually flip the swords up in here. You can push this button and they'll pop down. Also, these guns can actually move upward. Unfortunately, on the new one, these two guns here are molded in place. Can't get them up. Another cool thing about the Legacy figure compared to the Galaxy Meteor is that it seems to hide the gap in the back of the legs much better. Here in the Make Toys one, you can clearly see there's still a lot of that gap showing through. And the reason for that is because this thigh has to go into this space here. Now let's check out Starscream's articulation, shall we? A double jointed bend at the elbow, which is good, which means he can touch his own shoulder. The Make Toys one just got a single one, so can't even touch his own shoulder, unfortunately. So with the Make Toys one, you have to pull down this section to get a hip rotation all the way. Here you don't have to do that. It just rotates here. And, well, unfortunately, it does seem to get stuck here unless you pull out this section, which is part of the transformation, and go all the way around. So I guess it can rotate a little bit here. Let's see, this one I think it's necessary to pull this down to get the same degree of movement. Anyways, So you can also, you got bicep swivel here, wrist rotation, which is really nice because it was missing from Armada Starscream and really needed it because it was holding the Star Saber as well as his own sword, which is based on one of his wings. You can actually get shoulder articulation in the arm. So got shoulder articulation in the arm, which is always good in a transformer. You may notice that this thing will bump into the shoulder pad here, but what you can actually do is get this piece off and pull the shoulder pad out. Then you get more range of movement here, which is good. It can go up, out. Let's see, the upper thigh swivel, bend 135 degrees at the knee. You got ankle pivot and tilt. Another noticeable difference between Legacy figure and the Make Toys one is that the articulation, much of it on the Galaxy Meteor, is ratcheted. You can hear the clicks here. Unfortunately, one of the ratchets broke in the legs here. I believe it's a common occurrence. There's a thread on TFW 2005 about it. That white residue is actually my attempt to glue these two pieces together. Screwing them together doesn't help because it broke off the piece of the plastic it's screwed into. So far, it seems to be holding together. Although I do also have to warn you, when you're rotating this thigh, grab it by the thigh piece, not this lower leg piece. You may have noticed I twisted it out of place in the last scene where I was fidgeting with this. So the Legacy Starscream, the joints aren't so tight. However, it doesn't seem to look... The good thing is, it doesn't feel like this is going to have any of the same breakage issues as the Make Toys Galaxy Meteor. It's unfortunate that figure and the TRO2 Commander of Stars, third-party Cybertron toys, have problems like that, trying to make their ratchet joints work. Guess it's a symptom of trying to make the new toys with stronger and longer lasting joints than the originals, which I totally understand. I own a copy of Cybertron Optimus Prime where one of the shoulders was loose and the arm kept falling down whenever I moved it up. So, all in all, robot mode is fantastic. It's got a ton of detail, not as many paint apps as the Galaxy Meteor, but it does have a fair amount of its own paint apps, and it does a great job of capturing most of the essence of the Starscream character we saw in the TV show. Articulation is really good on this guy. He's got double jointed elbows. Oh, I forgot to mention, he also got butterfly joints in the shoulders too. Very good articulation. Really great accessories. Like the swords, like the cyber key, and the gun that looks like the gun that comes out of one of his wings in his Supreme class toy. So, all in all, robot mode is awesome. Now to get on with the transformation. I learned how to transform this by seeing Prime versus Prime's video, but I'm going to do mine a bit differently. I'm going to start with the head. So get this panel down. Get the wings away like so. Get this head down into here. Get the panel, this gray panel, into the new tab. After flipping his head down, then you want to these tail fins up. These tail fins remind me of how Starscream looked at the beginning of the G1 cartoon, and also his siege design. Then you want to get the arms up here. You may notice a hinge on the gray panel. You may be surprised that it's not actually the gray part that opens up. It's this whole blue section here. So you get the hand in here. Oh, forgot. Take off the wings. They can have tendency to pop off. You can, even just looking at it, this peg hole looks a lot more shallow than this one. So get the hand in here. Separate the bicep from the forearm like so. Hold on. First you want to rotate this around. Then you want this hole to go into this peg here. Do the same on the other side. And this should all be familiar to you if you're familiar with, if you've had Cybertron Starscream toys before, then what you want to do is separate this blue section from this gray section here. It might take some force, but you should be able to get it up. It's held in by this big tab here. What I'm going to do next is these heel spurs into down. There's a hole right here where you want to get this little peg into it. So you're going to flip out this bit in the toe. You want to open these panels and want to this here. Get the foot down like so. And here. You collapse this whole leg into here. You want this tab to go into this hole here. And you want, let's see, this tab here to go into this slot here. So, all right, try to get everything to come together now. So, these tabs to here, get these toe bits together. It's a matter of getting the these panels on down here together. Try to get these shoulder pads in more into place down here. And the wings here. Yeah, very cool looking jet mode here. You actually can store the gun here in one of two places. You get these sections here. They can go into these tabs up here. or you can get them down into this space here. It really helps fill out the space down here too. So you get them into these tabs here, and then you close the panels again. So yeah, that looks better. Helps fill up much of the gap here. Yeah, so here's Starscream in his jet mode. His wings aren't quite as big as Cybertron Optimus Prime's wings. Nevertheless, they still do their job of looking like wings for his jet mode. It's a really cool looking jet mode. It's kind of Dorito shaped, which is funny because Starscream in his robot mode in the movies does have a Dorito shaped torso. Like this purple translucent window. It's too bad it doesn't open. And I like how the missiles here on the shoulders, they show up pointing forward in his vehicle mode 2. And finally get these blasters. You also got the null rays pointing forward as well. Yeah, so all in all, very cool looking jet mode. Now to get him transformed back. Once again, we're going to get the wings off because we don't want them falling off. Transforming it back. So yeah, I really like the transformation. Feels very fun and faithful to the original toy. I'm going to get these heel spurs down as soon as possible, since it's the thing I forgot in my previous version of this video. Put the legs down here. Out. These panels in. You want to get the chest back down here. You want to click this tab into place. It should make a nice loud clicking sound. Hands back out. Split this back apart. Here. This gray piece. Head out. This gray panel back into place. Wings back here. Another thing you may notice is that you're able to get the tail wings, bring it closer into the chest like here, so you don't see them in the front. Whereas on the Make Toys one, this is about as far back as they go, because it's more a convoluted transformation, because it involves this gray piece at the back too. So you do still see those at the front. Overall, I think this is an amazing Starscream figure. Robot mode looks great. Love how much detail it has. Not as many paint apps as the Make Toys Galaxy Meteor, but still captures most of Starscream's look from the cartoon. Accessories are really good with the swords, the gun, and even the cyber key. That's a nod to his gimmick in the original toy line he came out. And articulation is really good. It even has double joint elbows and a butterfly joint in the shoulders. Transformation feels very fun and faithful to the original. Looks great in both modes. Overall, this is an amazing modern take on the Unicron trilogy, Cybertron Starscream. Please like this video, and if you do, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's it for my review. Bye.